Welcome again to the Stoned Roadie Show with Craig Reed, the most famous Stoned Roadie in rock and roll history. And as you can see, these are Craig's dogs, Leon and Wicker. And Craig likes to put them up there in his chair when he's doing the podcast. Yeah, and tonight we were going to talk about quite a few different things. The first thing we wanted to do was we wanted to tell a little bit about the podcast, kind of how they came about. Craig and I, we'll have to tell the story about how we met some other time, but we're kind of like, I guess you would say, a lot of people would call us conspiracy theorists. We don't follow that liberal crowd. I don't think there's a lot of Southern rock people that would be watching this that probably follow that liberal crowd. So we tend to lean toward the conservative, and we call ourselves woke folk. So some of the people that aren't that way might not understand too much about the way people like us feel. But we both had a friend that we lost recently, and you may have heard us talking about Kathy Terrio. Kathy Terrio was a great friend of ours together. I think I introduced her to Craig, and then she was such a great person, and she was such a great listener, and her and Craig became really good friends. And we were just talking after we started doing these podcasts, and we realized that if it weren't for her, we wouldn't even be doing these podcasts. And then we noticed that here recently, kind of like we're on autopilot with these things. We don't sit there and discuss what we're going to talk about before we do it. We just do it, and kind of thinking that, Kathy's got something to do with that from the here and there up above. She was a great Lynyrd Skynyrd fan, and it's almost like she's guiding us. So, and Craig more so than me. But yeah, so today I think that Craig mentioned something on Facebook that he wanted to talk a little bit about how he got let go from Lynyrd Skynyrd, and then we'll probably get to ask him some questions like we normally do. And he just basically a little while ago told me a story about Alan Collins and the tornado that he's got out in his yard, and I'm going to see if I can't get that story out of him. So without any further ado, Craig, looky here.
Hey, looky here. Hey, wait a minute. I gotta put my elves glasses
Yeah,
on
Craig
here.
he has his Gary Rossington hat on again today because he's still wanting to emulate Gary some more. He's kind of like on a Gary high right now. He loves Gary Rossington, as he does all the guys in the band. And we want to make sure everybody knows that we love the current Lynyrd Skynyrd, and we support them, and we like everything about them, and we appreciate them continuing the music. And we just want to make sure everybody knows that that's clear, loud and clear, that we like that current band. So Craig, what you got to say about that story about how you got let go from the from Lynyrd Skynyrd, post plane
Yeah.
crash?
Oh my God. I've had that in my closet because how's that dang thing right? I still haven't got this green screen together thing. Oh, there I am. I wonder why I was off center because I was sideways. I wonder me being sideways. Anyway, yeah, right. Anyway, so yeah, okay. What am I talking about here? Yeah, this is our 12th one, and boy, I was supposed to have it together by this. I think if a lot of you saw that I was watching the how to do a podcast and for Dummies 101, and they were saying, get to 1,000 subscribers first. I noticed about 5,000 of you have watched these things. I got 300 maybe subscribers, and people keep saying, I said, did you subscribe? Say, well, how much does it cost? I said, I thought you listened to my podcast. My God. Oh, let me move my microphone up here so you can hear me real good. Okay, hold on. So I says, oh, there I go. Now I can even hear myself. I guess that's why I put these earphones in, because I can hear myself and I can tell and nobody can hear me. Cause, sometimes I mumble, and I don't mean to mumble, but sometimes I'm going blah, 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 like I'm talking to myself, because I talk to myself, but you don't never hear answering myself, do you? So I must not be that crazy. Where the hell am I going with this, man? Holy moly. It's too bad we don't edit. I think I'm Rodney Dangerfield. People that think they're comics, they're not supposed to laugh at their own jokes, but he knew his jokes were funny, and I know mine are funny too. And if you don't like it, there's a button there. You can turn me off anytime you want, because if you think I give a shit, you're confused about that one, because I don't care, But one thing I noticed, nobody's hit the unlike button. I guess they're afraid to hit it because they're fat, and they don't want people to know they hate me because they're fat. So, anyways, where am I going? Oh, yeah, I was going to tell why I was fired from Lynyrd Skynyrd. That should be obvious. God, look at me now. I worked for Lynyrd Skynyrd, and you didn't. There, smarty pants. Anyways, yeah. Oh boy, that's a good one. I came down with hepatitis C. I always blamed it on getting a blood transfusion, but it was probably because I was sharing needles with Alan. And one of us gave it to the other each other. I don't know if he ever had it or not. I just assume he did, since we did that, But anyway, so where was I going? Oh yeah, the reason I got fired. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got hepatitis C, and I figured not that I was any better when I didn't have Hep C, because I was pretty unprofessional as a roadie. But Gary always stood up for me, man. Gary, because there was one time I wasn't worthless. And Gary remembers that, and matter of fact, I could still be in jail for some of the things I did for that band, for like a Tootsie Roll. Chewy Tootsie Roll, that's a long time. That's where I'd still be, in the long time, yeah. So that's why I guess he let me get away with a bunch of shit. But boy, he used to catch hell for... That Craig, man, he's always, I don't say that word, messed up, and Gary said, oh, he, and kind of shined it off, until it just wasn't shine-offable,
He covered until he couldn't cover anymore.
But, I don't feel bad about it, because they paid me less than anybody else. I mean, if we'd hire a dog off the street, they'd pay it as much as they paid me, but realistically, I should have paid them for the fun I was having, and I didn't do it for the money anyways, even though there were people making 3 times what I did, Yeah, you can ask Mark Frank about that ordeal. But anyways, yeah,
there was a blood oath about you getting fired,
wasn't it? Yeah. Did I post that? Did I post that?
Yeah, you did. I saw.
I forgot about that. Yeah, there was oh God, this is a story here. Yeah, when there was a talk about firing me at one point before I finally got fired, because I was messing up, or I admit that, I was out there pretty good. But they had me on the telephone, and There was like all the band were on the phone. I mean, it was, it was concerning to talk about them firing me, so we were talking and all, and I had my phone muted, because I was smoking pot while they were talking to me, and I didn't want them to know I was getting high while I was being reprimanded for getting high. Oh my God, I'm hilarious. And yeah, they sent me to damn rehab, but it didn't do no good. I didn't want to straighten up at that time. And I went back to work, and the first day I was eating Valiums and drinking whiskey in the other room when they were in there, and I could hardly get on the bus. I was so screwed up, and I don't know. I guess I got away. I guess I'm a pretty good actor too. I got away with it. I was messed up, man. I was eating Valium and whiskey while they were rehearsing. I just, I was out there. They're just show. I was pretty out there after the first day after rehab. I'm there and try, I don't know, man. That was crazy. I look back at that and I go, wow, man, that's weird. But anyways, yeah. I had hepatitis C, and I was taking this interferon, and that stuff whacks you out bad. And I was drinking, and I was doing every drug I could find, and and the guy, I'd mentioned his name, but I called him today and told him what I was going to talk about. He did call me back. I don't blame him. He probably don't want to be associated with me, but he always treated me great, man. That guy always treated their current guy. Always treated me with respect, and because he knew what I went through, and he just looked at me and shook his head, Even when I talked to him yesterday, I said, man, I'm the most famous roadie that ever existed. he said, yeah, you are, but that's kind of like when you fat people post your picture and everybody says, oh, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're the ugliest thing I ever seen in my life. Turn it off. I don't give a shit. It's the truth, okay? I don't give a shit if you like me or not. I'm here to tell you the truth. You don't like what I like. I'm sure you don't like to hear you're fat. I went to the grocery store and I left my dogs in the car, and I went out and here's some fat woman, and she's looking at my car, writing my license plate number down, yelling at me because I left my dogs in the car. And I said, you stupid fat freaking hoe, the air conditioner's on. Get out of my face, you fat hoe. No, I didn't even say it again. And she said, you did not just call me fat. After I called her a stupid hoe, the only thing she heard was fat. And oh my God. So, whatever. Take your thyroid and shove it. You can turn me off if you don't want to. You don't care about yourself, so why should I? You. Anyway, so, okay, we lost all the people that don't give a shit about their lives, I hope. Maybe your cigarette suckers are still out there. But, you're going to hang on until you hear what I got to say about Gary. So I'm going to say whatever the hell I want to. I know I got a captive audience. But, maybe you're too stupid because you're fat to realize that this is taped. Okay, here you go, stupid. This is taped. You don't want me to hear you talk about you being fat. Go hit fast forward until you find the part where I'm not talking about you. And then you turn me on. And then as you leave, hit unlike. I could give a shit what you think. You don't think nothing about yourself, so screw you too. All right, there we go. That's my lesson for today. That's the Stone Roadie lesson for today. And here we go with round number 1 of why Craig Reed got fired. It should be
Craig,
obvious by now.
Here.
Okay, what?
Look at here. You had them all on the phone. And
okay, yeah, thank you.
That's where you left off.
Thank you there, Griff Martin. All right.
I'm
Anyway.
reeling it back in for you guys.
Yeah, reel it in. I got to reel it in. Okay, we're going to talk about Gary. Oh, here we go. We got him now. Oh, yeah. The coolest guy in the whole wide world ever, maybe close to Elvis. That's why I got my Elvis glasses on and my Gary Rossington head. Since I'm the stone roadie and the most famous roadie in the world, so I got to be kind of cool anyway, you know. So I figured I got Elvis hat, glasses, and a Gary hat, so that's about as close as I can get. You know, but I might take my glasses off and just be Elvis a little bit. I don't know. You'll have to see. I'll surprise you. Anyway. Like you could really give a shit. But anyways, okay. What was I doing?
Yeah, you had them all on the phone, and you didn't know them.
Oh God, yeah. They was all on the phone, and I had my phone on mute because I was smoking pot, and I didn't want them to hear me because I'm a brain dead drug addict. So anyways, they said, Craig, and I couldn't hit the unmute button, and they go, oh, he's off the phone, and then they start talking about me, you know. So I just sit there and listen, you know, because I'm nosy, you know. I'm like a woman. I had 6 sisters. I'm in the nosy. I'm the nosy woman. I know all about you, nosy woman. I had 5 wives too. Anyway. So what are we talking about?
You had the mute on.
Okay, yeah. So they start talking about me. And then I heard Gary goes, I am very uncomfortable talking about Craig Reed in a meeting about Craig leaving the band. I'm not comfortable about this at all. And Billy said, we all made an oath that whatever Craig Reed did, we would never fire him because it would be bad luck. Didn't you say that there, Gary? I know you're watching. You said you were watching. That's exactly what you guys said, because I got on there and I said, I listened to you guys for about 10 minutes. And when I got on there and you realized I was on the phone, you hung up. You didn't want to be no part of this. You know, and you, I thank you, man. You always stood up for me, and you were always good to me. And, you know, I appreciate that. And you're still my best friend as far as I'm concerned. And I'm just going to be Gary Rossington right now. Just for a minute, though, just to show you. Anyway, okay. I think I'm funny, so I laugh. But if you don't like I'm funny, just turn it off. I could give a shit. That's hilarious. I think it is, though. Anyway, what do you think, Wicker and Leon? They're going, yeah. You get him because I don't have a camera down. Anyway, so where do I go after that one? Oh, why I got fired from this band. Oh, yeah. Because I was always messed up, man. I wasn't doing my job right, and I was getting high after they sent me to rehab. I still kept getting high. And I thought I was getting away with it, you know, so the more I did it, the more I thought I could get away with it. So, you know, one night I got on the bus, and I was like Billy Powell. I was like focused. When he was messed up, he was focused forward, man. I mean, he just looked forward and just forward, because if he looked sideways, he'd fall over. You know, so I'd get on the bus, and I'd try to act like I was straight, and I'd go, and everybody go, where's Craig? Oh, he just went right to bed. He must have worked hard today. That's fucked up. I mean, I was messed up. We ain't gonna edit that. I'm sorry. Anyway, I'm sure your kids, if they're in the kindergarten, they've heard that word, so they ain't nothing new. Surprise to you. Yeah, they know. They've heard it. If they haven't heard it, I don't know. They're retarded. I can't say that word. Oh my God, I got to tell that more thing about Forrest Gump. Oh my God, I asked Gary, and he laughed. So, anyways, yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So I got on the bus, and I was really messed up. I woke up. I had to pee really bad, man. And them guys were still up, and I got up, and I was about to pee my pants, you know, and so when I do that, I just pull it out and kind of run to the bathroom so it's out when I get there. Well, I got up and I did that, and I didn't make it, and I was peeing all over the bus on everybody's bunks, and everybody that would have stuck their head out, I'd have got them. No. So I come out of, there's a door there, so I come out of the walking through the jungle with his thing in his hand. I was walking through, so I come out of there and I'm pissing as I coming out of the door, and I go in the bathroom, and then I come out and I just like nothing happened and walk back, went and got in my bunk. So the next morning I get up and they're looking at me like you know how you look at somebody, and I go,
Tired?
"The hell's wrong with you guys?" And they go, "You don't remember last night?" I goes, you know, and what do you suppose? I'm supposed to be this stone sober. I go, "No, why? What I do was I walk in my sleepers." He tell me what I did. I said, "You guys are lying." You know, I had no idea, but I guess I did. They brought in a truck and they cleaned the whole bus and inside the bus. I guess I peed all over the curtains, and I was full. I drank a lot. Yeah. So next day I got up, and the guy that I called, yeah, he was my boss actually. He was the production manager, and I was the assistant production manager. But I did okay, you know. I wasn't totally worthless, you know. I got, you know, me telling me my job specification. I'd get up in the morning, and I would set up the schedule of the day, what time the meals and sound check, if there were one or anything was going to go on, and I'd start all of the building in the opening band's dressing room, and in the catering, and anybody went, there was a schedule there, and that was my job to put those up. And then I got, you know, dressing rooms kind of scoped out and seen where those was. Of course, Tom Fisher, I don't want to take credit, but Tom Fisher came from Bad Company, and he more or less runs those guys now. But when he started with Skynyrd, I showed him a lot of things that were specific, like how to steam hats and different things that I'd learned, you know. And he became the wardrobe guy, you know. And when he first started, he would bring me the hats to steam, you know, because I knew how to do it. But Clayton Johnson taught me how to do that, you know, because he did that for a little bit. But then, you know, I taught Tom how to do that, and then basically that's why I lost my job. I was so damn lazy. I taught everybody how to do what I did, so I didn't have to do it. Because God, right before the show, Huey, "Where's Craig? He's got to do my hat." Well, my hat's brought, you know, so, you know, I had to run in there and do their hat real quick before the show. But then they got Tom Fisher, and then he did that. But he's doing everything. They've got a wardrobe person now. He's like more of their manager. But God, where am I going with this now? Oh, what did I do? Oh, well, I just you know, answered the phone and helped that guy I worked with, you know, with what I had to do, and I, you know, answer the phone, and, you know, just wait. The important person here is busy. Can you hold on, please? You know, I'd type up stuff, and I'd type up the stuff for, you know, do stuff for and at the end of the night, I ordered everybody's crew food, and during the show, I was the bartender. And I made everybody the drinks. I still did that. I did that one. I think that was when I invented that job. That was one of my first jobs, and that was still my last job. I knew everybody had drank something different, you know, and I made sure they had ice and towels, and Johnny had tea and a little bit of whiskey for his throat, and they all of them smoked cigarettes, so they all had whatever they, you know, coffee or whatever they needed during the show was right there. And I made sure all that stuff was, you know, staged for them. And, you know. But then we hired somebody to do that, and I taught him all to do that. So at the end, I wasn't even really doing that. I taught somebody. I think it was somebody's nephew they brought into work, you know, and. So I taught him my job, so then I didn't have to do that no more. But I did still. I stocked the crew buses, and most of the time I had a girlfriend, and I had her do that. Yeah, that was fun. It was fun being.
You can talk about all that now because you're fired, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, I'm fired now. Well, God, I've been fired now since 2006. But God, man, you know what? I always thought, you know, I'm going to do this till I'm dead, like Gary says. I want to do this till I'm dead, you know. Well, he changed his mind, I think, on that one, you know. Well, no, not really. He'd do it if that guy was healthy, if there was any way possible he could do that without risking his life, he'd be there. And he's trying to get back, you know. Man, I talked to that guy. He had me in tears just about, man, telling me, you know, because me and him used to be close, man, and he had me in tears almost just, and he, you know, he wasn't trying to do, it was just, I understand Gary, you know, I could see he was hurt by, he wants to be there, man, you know, and if he could, he would. God, that man, I've seen him go through so much pain. I know if he could be there, he would. He was out there when Gary, I talked about this before, when Ronnie cut his hands all to pieces. Gary was out there when it was just him and Alan playing, and they didn't have a third guitar player, and he's out there playing rhythm. Gary's one of the greatest. You know, this is debatable between this Gary and Alan, because Alan was a great guitar or rhythm player too, and Gary was both a lead rhythm, both great at both, and Alan was too, and so was Steve, and so was Ed. How do you put that many people that talented in one group? That's how they got to be the best band that ever live and that will ever exist. There's never been. You know, I guess there's been a band with Clapton and Beck and Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix and all of them put into one, you know. But these guys, man, it was just, they never walked on each other. It was just all, man, you do your thing. You know, they never walked on there. They never walked on a vocal. And Leon was always just had that man just rolling along. And Bob and Artemis were just, and man, they were great. And the Honkettes, oh my God, it was a match made in heaven. You know, I know that, you know, but, you know, because I've been over, well, never mind. But Kathy Terrio, boy, she's guiding me through. I mean, I don't know how to explain all this, why I'm saying all this, but my God, all of a sudden since she died, it's like she went up there and got Ronnie and Steve and all of them, and I got all of them talking. I get in that hot tub and all of them talking to me at once, and I just told Griff, I said, Griff, I don't have any, just say hit the button, and I'm just going to start talking, and you know what? I don't even think about, I just say what comes out of my mouth. I'm not even here. I'm just, and I don't know what I'm saying. I'm out of my mind, but it's like, I'm just getting, I don't know how to explain it, but God, ask me a question so I can get out of this one.
Well, yeah, I think.
Oh, what was I saying? Me and Alan took the trip to Miami. I never told you that one. In the tornado, the white tornado that's in my yard back there, it was Alan's car for a minute, and then he gave it to me. But I talked about riding the 39 Buick down there. I said, well, the tornado, when he first got that, we took that down there. He had a colored TV and down here and a Betamax, and you know, we'd watch movies, and Alan and we'd do blow, and we'd drink whiskey and smoke, and Alan he'd play his guitar, and he kind of messed up the interior on the Oldsmobile back. And I'm telling Griff all that, and he goes, God, that door's worth $1 million. Car, you know, and we're doing a bunch of stuff, and he's got we're doing lines off the glove compartment door, and has the door open, and you know he's just all fidgety. He's always got to be doing something. He gets the glove compartment all organized just like he wants it, and he goes, yeah, and he flips it up, and then damn powder looks like it was snowstorm. Did you see what I just did? I said, yeah, I did. He goes, oh, that's a hint of a big old bag. He said, we got lots more. Yeah, God, yeah. But anyways, yeah, I don't think anybody will be deflamed by their, what is that, defamation of character. Alan's gone, and Amy, she don't even, you know, so we're all good there, I think.
Well, I think everybody pretty much knows how Alan was, I think.
Yeah. But, you know, people get their buttholes puckered up like I'm going to hurt somebody's feelings talking about somebody like that. Well, maybe their kids are watching. Amy's more grown up. Well, she's old now, but Amy was more grown up than you are now when she was 6. Anyway, enough of that. Alan didn't hide anything from Amy or Alice. Even I felt bad. I said, man, I think Alan, you know, those are kids, you know. They got to grow up sometime. The sooner you learn something, the better off you are. I wish I'd have started playing guitar when I could crawl. I'd be over there pucking it with my toes. I started too late. I'd be better than I am if I'd have started earlier. Well, you're best there is. That's your opinion. I have my own opinion. I'm more critical than you, obviously. Come on, ask me something, man. I'm running out.
A whole list
send me something to say, Kathy.
Well, I guess I've got a question here that I pulled off the internet, and I don't even know if this is something that really happened or you know about it. Something about a swimming pool incident. Does that have maybe throwing shit in the swimming pool from the balcony or something?
Oh, Ronnie, we threw the damn TV in the swimming pool. Oh yeah. I went down to the Ronnie when they got off that Who tour, man. Ronnie was just he had to do shit that nobody else did. I told you about him and his reputation ideas, you know. I learned a lot off of him about building a reputation. That's how I become the uncontested Stone Roadie. I was a drunken idiot, and I call myself the most important or most famous Stone Roadie in the world because I was on an airplane crash, and I'm a movie star, and I had taken care of by sweet. Where's my damn list here? I brought it just because I need it. Here it is. You can read it yourself. That's the whole list.
Oh, that certifies it there, yeah.
Yeah, hey, Gary, that's it right there. Yeah. I told Gary, man, I said, ain't it cool to be the greatest band that ever lived? And, yeah, you can, I'm not going to hold that up all day. If you're not fat, you're smart enough. You can take that back and you can hit pause and you can read it while it's sitting still. But
well, Craig says that if you're fat, you're mentally ill. That's what.
Well, you're obviously stupid. I mean, God, who would want to look fat? You don't want to look fat, but you're addicted to food, so you don't have any choice.
But Craig can criticize people like that because he was once fat, and he looks.
Yeah, I lost 80 pounds. I was stupid once. Well, I'm still stupid, but you know, I don't know.
And he smoked too, and he held his cigarette, and he
finally woke up. It was before I did the mushrooms.
So back to the swimming pool. What happened with the swimming pool?
What were we talking about?
Talking about Ronnie and the swimming pool and throwing stuff in.
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Ronnie said he wanted to throw this TV in the swimming pool from the 10th floor or 8th floor. I don't whatever it was. It was too long for the damn. The TV wouldn't reach. unless we put an extension cord on it. So Ronnie, I said, "You want me to go get an extension cord out of the truck?" He goes, "Yeah, I want it to be on when it hits the pool." You know, so I went down and got we were in Big Blue that was right in the beginning, man. I went down in Big Blue. That was a Little Blue. It was a 14-inch box truck. We called it Big Blue. Some bitch had a 3.9. It'd get it, boy. Lacey put an inch. That some bitch would get it. Yeah, I know. Yeah, the equipment truck do burnouts. Oh, anyway, what was I talking about? Oh, yeah, so I went down and got a damn extension cord out of the truck and brought it up, and we hooked it up and threw it out the pool so it was on when it hit the pool. That's what I was talking about. You do that now, you'd get thrown in prison forever for attempted murder or something. You know?
Was there anybody in the pool?
Huh?
Was there anybody?
No, it was 4 o'clock in the morning, but you never know, one of us would be down there.
Was it
naked in the pool? That wasn't too uncommon for one of us to be naked in the pool with some hoe, you know.
Was it actually?
There's a lot of hoes out there, man. I know. Testify.
Hey, Griff, the TV.
I'd got every one of them I could, because I'm a hoe too. Oh, what a life.
The TV was
I got paid. They didn't pay me as much as everybody else, but they paid me. I should have paid them. God. I had so much damn fun. Thank you, Gary. But I can take it from here. I'm only going to ride your coattails this far. I'm going to be the fat guru, the shame you shame diet, and cigarette suckers, and all you stupid effers. Stop. Enjoy. You only got one life to live. No, you have more than that, but you have one in the third dimension, you know. But yeah, enjoy this one, because you gotta stay here until you learn what you need to know, and then you'll move on, you know.
Because you gotta come live again, right?
Kind of the way that dream I had worked. You stay here until you learn what you need to know, and then you move on. I guess that's true, because that guy that all them people that died over here, they're still over there having a good time. So yeah, we're about done with this one. How long we been going?
I didn't check it. I didn't check it when we started, but I'd say probably about 30 minutes, maybe.
Yeah. This is the, you know, I'll finish off with an intelligent monologue. Hey, this is our 12th one, you know. And the book of dummies for doing podcasts said, you know, you don't really even understand what you're doing until the 12th one. So just erase all them other ones. I didn't say nothing in there, you know. It's just a bunch of stupid jibber jabber. But I can't promise that 13 is going to be any better, but you know, we're going to talk about everything I talked about in the other 12 again, so you can just erase those and just unlike me and just do whatever the hell you want to do. I didn't do this for money. I'm doing it for my own personal therapy, and I got this stuff, and I got to thinking I couldn't do this because I'm too old, and I went and slapped my damn self in the face and said, "You're not dead yet, man. You're not like all these other people, and you don't have a wife to wake up to and tell you, you're a stupid son of a bitch. I could have done better than you. Well, you should have done that, you stupid hoe. You're stuck with me now, and you're 75 years old, and we're both miserable." Man, I'm glad I'm not that person. Gee, many Christmas, you know. So, you know, that's kind of like my message for the day. And kind of, you know, don't jump in a box like everybody else and try to be like everybody else. And just because you're 70 years old, don't think you're dead. You know, man, God, I drive a Yamaha Banshee, man. I get out there and I make my asshole pucker up.
I have seen that. I have witnessed that.
You know, man, I'm still alive. God Almighty knows I should be dead from all them stupid drugs and stuff. But, you know, I'm on a mission from God. I don't even think I said, you know, look at my hair. It's all falling out. That's why I wear the hat. At least I got some, and it's turning gray. But, well, it's better gray than they, I guess. But, God, I'm an ugly son of a bitch anymore. But, you know, I work with what I got to work with. That's all I can do. But, you know, I used to be pretty handsome. I had some pretty women way back then. Boy, I wish I could get them again. Them was some good ones. Anyways, oh, God, I had my share. I had enough women to float a battleship around. No, that was whiskey. Yeah, I had that too. Anyways, yeah, I can tell another story if you want to.
Hey, I was just
Hey,
curious.
Kathy, tell me something to say.
Craig, I was just curious of my own benefit. Did the TV make it to the water while it was still on?
Oh, hell yeah, yeah, but it wasn't no big deal. It just kind of hit the water and splashed up. So after we figured that out, Ronnie just would, you know, he said, well, that ain't amusing, you know, so we didn't even get in trouble for that. I don't know. I guess I went down there and pulled it out. I don't know. We stuck it back up in I don't remember that part. But he would come into a room that was full of people, you know, and be 15 people in there and be talking. And he'd walk into a room and the TV'd be on and they'd be watching TV or what. I don't know. But he'd pour a bottle of whiskey down the back of it and the TV would blow up. And then so then he'd start talking. That was funny. But then the next day, after the whiskey would evaporate, the TV would come back on. So he used that trick a lot. But oh yeah, one time, who was it? Somebody busted up a hotel room and they was up there. All the hotel manager and the road manager was all making a big deal about it. And Ronnie looked at it, son, somebody's got to teach you how to tear up a hotel room. And he just commenced to start tearing up the goddamn hotel room if they're standing there. Said, that's how you do it. And walked out. Oh my God. And then there was a time that Gary wanted some ambience in his room. This is all in Ron. This is in Ron's book. So he lit a candle and put it in the fake fireplace with the fake logs, and the candle burnt down, caught the logs on fire, and the smoke alarms went off, and we had to abandon the hotel. And Gary's standing there like he did something wrong, and Ron Eckerman tells Ron, you know, and the thing caught fire. Yeah, it's funny, but yeah, that's another one. Yeah, it's just oh man, it just goes on and on and on.
Hey, Craig, didn't you say you told me one time you and Ed King went somewhere and then you came back and you pulled up to the hotel and then everybody was getting kicked out.
Leon, we were in Colorado. We were this round holiday and probably not there anymore. God, it was 50 years ago. Anyways, it was round and it had a damn laundry chute, you know, in the middle. And it went all the way straight down to the bottom. And Leon was putting anything that would fit in the damn chute down the laundry chute, and all this TV or whatever would fit in there with. Yeah, they weren't amused on that one. Me and Ed show up, said, "Get your stuff. We're getting out of here before the cops come," or whatever. We changed. You know, that was a long time ago. I can't remember. I just remember I'd eaten I was really high, man. I had some kind of drug that I'd taken, and Ed was driving, and we were just driving around Colorado, and I was going, whoa, man. I wasn't tripping, but it was almost pretty close. Maybe some peyote or something. Hell, I don't know. I ate everything, every kind of drug ever made, and I think we invented some. Yeah, have your kids watch this. Yeah, you know, you hear about the marijuana and all that stuff. You know, look at him. That's how you'll end up. God, Gary, you know, I'm sorry if I'm embarrassing you. He goes, you mean you really had that idiot working for you? Yeah, but he's famous. Oh, what a hoot. Oh, the stoned roadie. Laughing at myself, man. I can do that, you know.
Well,
You know, a lot of you can't.
we're
Yeah, I
probably
feel
running
sorry
out of
for you.
time now. If we go ahead and cut it off now, we won't be
All right. Hey, yeah.
till
Cool.
midnight.
I'm done. I'm just being stupid. You know, this is our last one, and I'm just being stupid. I promise tomorrow or whenever, the first cast number 1, we're gonna be very professional about this, and I'm gonna talk with a little bit of a DJ voice, and I'm gonna try to act like I got some brains. Yeah, sure we are. All right, that's a wrap. All right, yeah, that's number 12. That's
number
supposed
12.
to be
Yeah,
that's supposed to be this one. We're supposed to do 12, and then we're supposed to know.
then we're
what
supposed to be
doing,
experts.
So, well, yeah, but we'll see if 13's any better, but don't count on it. All right, cut.
All right. See you next time.